Hi guys, this is Andrew with another episode of Madman Review. Today we'll talk about carry, self-defense, and duty handguns that are mid-size. They're small enough for concealed carry and big enough for great shootability. These guns can handle almost everything you throw at them as well as their bigger brothers. Yet, you can conceal them beneath your t-shirt without a big effort. These optimal dimensions come more often than not with a magazine capacity of 15 rounds, so that nobody has to feel undergunned. There are exceptions to that, but usually with a good reason. In the end, the design of a good handgun is also always a choice of compromises. Sometimes the handling is the most important criteria, sometimes concealment, and sometimes capacity and firepower. It is a decision for the designer as well as for the shooter. Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS. Many shooters see in the Glock 19 the king of the hill when it comes to mid-size handguns, and they have some good reasons for that. Two of the most important ones are the reliability of this gun and the huge aftermarket support. In a market with a great competition, Glock has managed to stay ahead and build a large fan base. Its guns are the standard against which all guns are measured. The history of its ascend is unmatched. Many competitors have stumbled when they stepped into the market, but Glock just did it right, and that from the start. The Gen 5 in the name of this gun indicates that it's from the 5th generation of Glock 19s. It evolved in what can be called the best model. There are subtle but important changes going from one generation to the next, and all of them come from Glock paying attention to the needs of its customers. Also, Glock learned from the aftermarket add-ons. The most popular ones are now included into the Gen 5. This includes a match-grade barrel, cuts into the slide for optics, forward serrations into the slide, a flared magazine well, and grip textures that give you an excellent hold. Last but not least, the trigger is right out great. M and P9 Shield Easy. The Shield series of Smith & Wesson is quite successful, and go with the Shield 380 Easy, a truly outstanding new member. The idea behind it is simple. Not all shooters are built the same, so the Easy came to make it easy. It's easy to load the magazine, insert it, rack the slide, and the gun is easy to clean and maintain. However, it comes with one serious downside. It came in 380 ACP, which many see this caliber as the smallest acceptable one for a self-defense handgun. Others see it as just not good enough. They prefer 9mm. Looking at both rounds, this makes sense. While the 9mm is actually 9x19mm, the 3080 ACP is 9x17mm. This means less powder, less power, and lighter bullets. Smith & Wesson decided that they got a point and makes the Easy now also in 9mm, meaning 9x19mm. Another downside is that the gun has a capacity of only 8+1, 8 rounds in the magazine and 1 in the chamber. However, it is a concealable handgun and it's easy to use, and that's selling point, not its capacity. This means if you and your significant other have a problem filling the magazine with rounds or racking the slide, this is your go-to gun. The Sauer P320X Compact RX. The X Compact is small, but has a capacity of 15+1. This is done by cutting out an X5 grip module to increase its internal volume, allowing for a bigger magazine that holds 15 rounds. It might not be pretty for everyone who sees it, but one cannot deny the advantage of having a rather small gun with a rather big capacity. Normally, smaller guns come with a single stack magazine that severely limits the number of possible rounds it can fit. Now with the increased volume, it can take double-stacked flush magazines that hold 15 rounds. Other magazines that extend more even accept 17 and 21 rounds. There can even be bigger ones to be had. You can carry the gun concealed with the flush magazine hand, have one reload ready with 21 rounds. This brings your total round count up to 36. You can add even one more in the chamber and go with 37. That's definitely enough. The REVILW model can even accept a Romeo 2 red dot sight that is high enough for a suppressor. This gives this super concealable gun a lot of utility and flexibility. Springfield Armory Hellcat OSP. The Hellcat is a member of a new class of pistols, the so-called micro-compacts. These are when you go to guns when a double-stack pistol is just too big for you. The good thing, though, is that you do not lose too much firepower. Even the class of guns comes with capacities ranging from 10 to 15+1 of 9mm. Being an all-new design, the Hellcat profits from all the developments in the area and might be even one of the best choices yet. You can even have it with iron sights only or prepared for a red dot. In test, the Hellcat could shoot sub 1.5-inch groups with 5 shots at a range of 25 yards. That's very good for a pistol of this size. Also, the ergonomics are great as well. It is as if this gun is made for your hands. The Walther Q4 SF. The Walther Q4 comes now as an SF, meaning a steel frame. Its brother is the Q5 Match SF, a competition model that has proven itself. Nowadays, frames made of steel alloy instead of a polymer are in, so the Q4 is set to conquer the markets. Probably more manufacturers will soon follow. The reason for that is simple. The steel frame brings its own weight distribution that makes it easier to shoot well and reduces the felt recoil significantly. The Q4SF has a perfect balance when it comes to shootability and compactness. This makes it pleasant at the range as well as pleasant to carry, especially when it comes to shooting several targets in a row. This steel frame pistol just makes it super easy. You can get this gun with iron sights or optics ready. Ruger LCRX. Our final gun is the Ruger LCRX. This is a revolver, not an auto loader. While some people do not consider revolvers because of their low capacity, there are some merits to choosing a wheel gun. That starts with the fact that you can get the LCRX and 357 Magnum and not just 9mm. You can choose to go with one just for 38 Special and 38 Special plus P, but the 357 Magnum is a proven man-stopper. Even with only 5 rounds in the cylinder, you're not undergunned as the power of the round is significantly exceeding the power of the 9mm. There are also versions with more capacity if you go for a smaller caliber, but this would mean to lose the advantage of the 357 Magnum cartridge. Another advantage is that the Ruger LCRX is very light, even in 357 Magnum. You barely feel that it's there when you carry it. Also, contrary to the Ruger LCR, the LCRX has an external hammer, making it possible to shoot it in single and double action. The main advantage, however, is the simplicity. Being in a self-defense encounter, the stress level is very high, and one can make a lot of mistakes. A revolver is ultra simple. What makes it go bang every time you pull the trigger? There's no racking the slides, no chambering around, no disengaging a safety. Just draw and pull the trigger. The same simplicity allows this gun to be kept in nightstand with literally no maintenance for years and still go bang when the trigger's pulled. This makes it ideal for new shooters or those that do not want to invest a lot of time into learning how to master it. Everything on this gun is intuitive, from opening the cylinder, over inserting the rounds, and closing it again. And then, it's ready for the fight. There you have it, guys. 6 great mid-sized handguns for everyday carry or as a duty weapon. If you like this content, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell button so that you never miss an episode. See you then.